Hello and welcome. This is the demonstration of Module 4 of the Access Program Review. Okay, this is Module 4 of the review. That's the problem that starts on page 223 of your textbook. All right, it is the fourth and final of the review series of reviews. Okay, the vendor series of reviews, right. Anyway, please, the first thing you do, and I noticed this because this is take 2, okay? This is take 2 of this event. So what I'm about to say is very important because if I hadn't done this step, it would have taken me a lot longer to get between takes of my taping. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on File and Save As again. All right, and you're going to put this file into your access folder of some kind, and you're going to call it vendor, followed by your last name, followed by the number 4, right, with a space in between each for readability if you could. All right, and enable content. All right, so that's very important because if you make a mistake in a couple of steps, it's going to be very uncomfortable if you don't have a backup copy to get started from. Item 2, it says use the form wizard to create a form based on the product table, select all fields, and a columnar layout. Okay, so I'm going to select just one click, select the product table on the left-hand side. Do not open it, all right, it just has to be selected in the navigation pane. And then click Create, and then use the Form Wizard. All right, Form Wizard is in the Forms group. Now, because I selected the product table a moment ago, that's the default data record source that we're going to get. Then we select all of the fields all at once. Click Next. Columnar layout is default. We'll select Next. And here we get to give our object a name. It's called product data. And then we choose, I'm going to choose to modify the form's design with the next step. So that's what I'm using the radio button for, is to modify the form's design. And then click Finish. Okay, item 3, and here's where the trouble happens. So if you have to pause after you made a mistake here in item 3, that's okay, I understand. Select the product data object. You're in design view, and we're going to go to the themes part of the ribbon. That's in the design tab, themes command, and we're looking for the ion theme. Sorry to say that it is not labeled. You have to hover your cursor over it until you find it. There's the ion. Now don't left click. Do not left click it. That's the mistake. Right click the ion theme. And the author wants us to apply this theme to this object only. All right, you see that there? Apply theme to this object only. Then you left click that item. Okay, so you're looking at the product data. Okay, and now I'm going to look at the supplier info, and I'm going to look at this one in design view, and I want you to notice the difference in font between supplier info and product data. Supplier info and product data. You see that difference, folks? If these two don't look substantially different, you made a mistake. You got to go back to step 1 and then save a new copy of vendor 4 for yourself and go from there. All right. Okay, enough of supplier info. Step number 4, it says insert the items picture, which is located, hopefully it's in your download folder, right? And if it's not there, it's probably in your Microsoft Access photo someplace on your computer. And we're going to put it in the header section. Okay, so select the header section, right? Put it right there. And on the Form Design Tools, I'm looking at the Design tab, and I'm going to insert an image, and I'm going to have to browse for the image. Okay, what is this thing called? It's called Items. Well, it turns out Microsoft knows where I'm looking. Mine happens to be in my folder. You have to be in yours. Click on Items and choose OK. Oh, here's another important feature about mine today. It says to use a web-ready image file. If you don't find the file you're looking for, okay, you might choose to look at all files like this so that you can see them all, but eventually the one you want is items, and it's a PNG file type, and choose OK. All right, so I'm going to draw mine. The author is not particularly specific about where it's going, so I'm just going to draw a rectangle right here. And I guess that looks good enough for me. Item 5, it says edit the form title so that it appears as product space data. That is to say, it has 2 words. So I'm going to put my cursor in there. And if you want, you can go to the Property Sheet Format tab and you can change it over there if you want to. Either way, oops. Okay, and then resize the title box as necessary so the title appears on a single line. I guess what that means is make it wider. It's not imperative that you do it, but if you want to, you can also make it not as high. All right. And then it says, and then change the font color of the form title to the gray 25% background to darker 75% theme color. Okay, so I'm going to select here. I've got my product data. And now on the property sheet on the left-hand side, I'm looking for color. Not font color, color. I'm selecting in that space and I choose the ellipses. And I'm looking for, not black, not light gray. It's a white one. Well, that's interesting. My color is not showing up. Gray 25%. That's white. That's black. I'm going to use this one for now because I don't know that I mistyped it here. Then I'm going to resize the weight in pounds field value box so that it is the same width approximately as the units case field value above it. Okay, so here's my weight box and here's my units box. This is item number 6, folks. Weight and units. Weight. Okay. So what I can do is I can select them both. Then I can go to the Form Design Tools and I can look on the Arrange tab. And I'm going to do the space and size command here. And I'm going to, let's see, to the narrowest. There we go, to narrowest. And select that one. Okay, so that is steps 1 through 6. We're going to pick up step number 7 when we come back with the next video.